ॐ प्रातस्मरामि हृदि संस्फुरदात्मतत्त्वम् सच्चित्सुखं परमहंसगतिं तुरीयम् यत्स्वप्नजागरत् सुषुप्तिमवेति नित्यम् तद्ब्रह्म निष्कलमं न च भूतसङ्घः हरिः ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ओम नमस्कार अस्सलाम वालेकुम सीताराम good morning good afternoon good evening wherever you are in the world my dear brothers and sisters. This is your friend and brother Acharya Arun Gossai coming to you live from New York City once again on another segment of Avenues to Peace. A program, my dear friends, where we analyze the various means, the various methodologies, and the various formulas for achieving everlasting peace in our lives. And we so happen to be blessed on this beautiful day, my dear brothers and sisters, where we can once again walk on this avenue to peace together, helping each other along the way, as all of us, hand in hand, help each other through all trials and tribulations in life. This program, Avenues to Peace, is brought to you by the kind compliments of Abitunes Radio, who is airing this program live on the air and also on Facebook Live. And for all of you, wherever you are listening from in the world, it is a program so that we can analyze the various methodologies, the various formulas, the various upaya, the various ways of finding this everlasting peace that we're looking for in this life. Peace is attainable, my dear brothers and sisters. Peace is something that we can discover. As a matter of fact, it is yours to discover. Nobody or nothing can bring you peace unless you yourself are at peace. And it is programs like these and many much more in the world, my dear brothers and sisters, that direct us not outside for peace and satisfaction, but within, where happiness and peace can only be felt. So I welcome all of you once again to this program, Avenues to Peace. And here's hoping that your stay with us will be insightful, will be blessed, and also will be a learning experience. My dear brothers and sisters, this week we've been looking at the large nature of God. As a matter of fact, in Vedanta, the Lord is known as Brahman. And even though God really has no name and form, it is a power again that was here long before us. So how could we attempt to give a name or limit God to a name? But when we understand the meanings of these words, the meanings of these names, we realize, and here's the most important point that I want to share with you. We realize, my dear brothers and sisters, that these aren't just names. Like someone may name a child Stone or whatever. Nowadays, we have all sorts of fancy names that we're giving children. It is not a haphazard giving of a name, my dear brothers and sisters. The rishis and munis, the sages, have thought very carefully. And upon giving the name Brahman for this unseen power, this power that's there long before us, that is here now sustaining us and that will forever be long after we're gone. Upon giving the name Brahman, we have to understand what the root of this word is to enjoy the meaning. Brahman comes from the word Brahat. Brahat means larger than the large. Imagine the largest thing in this universe, which is the universe itself, my dear brothers and sisters. Imagine that which allows the universe to even rest upon itself. rest upon it as though actors were resting upon a stage, as though objects are resting upon a table. The entire universe. Now, imagine how large this universe is. We only know about 0.00002% of it, based on what we can see with telescopes and so on. But the entire universe, my dear brothers and sisters, is huge. It is infinite. And imagine there's a power which all of this universe, imagine this universe to be a ball like this, a huge ball. And imagine there's some sort of entity that is allowing it to rest upon it. Now, do you know why the saints and sages call this unseen power Brahman? Coming from the root Brahat, which means larger than large. Because imagine the universe being so large, so vast, so infinite. Imagine that there is an infinite entity that is allowing for its existence. This is God. So even though some may say, how could you confine this large being, this large power, this large entity, this creator, this sustainer, this destroyer of everything in the world, how could you limit it to 3 letters, G-O-D, or Brahman, or Allah, or Jesus, or Krishna, or Ram? We must understand that these words are not just words, not haphazardly given. But, my dear brothers and sisters, these are phenomenons, philosophies, even though tiny, that are placed upon this huge supernatural power known as God. So this is God, my dear brothers and sisters, G-O-D. Look how powerful this word is once again. The generator of everything you can see, the organizer, the destroyer, everything goes back. Everything is dissolved by God. And all that is left is that which it all rested upon in the first place, which is called Sat, or existence. If we're going to find peace in our life, my dear brothers and sisters, we have to understand that the Lord is the largest of the large. Whenever you would have thought that your problems were huge, know that your Lord is bigger. Remind yourself, G-O-D, my Lord has generated this problem for me. Why? Because of my own growth. My Lord knows what I can handle. The Lord has organized, O means organized, has organized this for me so that I can grow. And D, with faith in my Lord too will bring this problem to an end, and I'll begin through that end of my problem. I will begin now to help others through their problems. Look at the philosophy in this word, my dear brothers and sisters. And if you start to think and sit back for a moment and start to realize how large your Lord is, how grand your Lord is, that there's no human, even though the worst human being may be in the world, you may have a worst enemy, your boss may not treat you right, your best friend may have left, whoever, whatever the situation may be. Understand, my dear brothers and sisters, that God is a power, a being that is larger than all of them. This is larger than life. And when I throw my faith and my happiness in the direction of God, you can understand that blessings will rain down upon me. No man, no woman has the power to bless anybody. When you put full faith in your Lord, when you realize that everybody in my life is temporary and God is the only permanence that is upholding this entire universe, a universe that is only within our own minds. So God is that power that's allowing our minds to exist. Base of our mind is God. The intelligence within us that allows our mind to be seen, where the entire universe exists. But we can realize that to be larger than any of our problems, our petty problems based on individuality once again. There'll be no more fear. There'll be no more unrest. There'll be no more dis-ease of the mind. And when dis-ease of the mind goes away, disease of the body will too go away. I tell you, my dear brothers and sisters, that if you want to take the best medicine in this world, the best elixir for all ailments, it is simple. It is none other than faith in God. It is none other than implicit faith in a higher power that will bring about peace in your life. And with that peace, my dear brothers and sisters, all tribulations, all trials will fade away soon. And even if we're going through some trial and tribulation, let's say, because we have peace in our minds, it will not affect us and be deep-seated animosity or trouble. What will it do for us? What will its peace do for us? It will allow us to think rationally and go through our problems with ease. So that's God, my dear brothers and sisters. And the prayer says, Pratas Marami Redi Samspuratma Tattvam. In the Atma Bodha, Adi Shankaracharya opens up with this beautiful prayer to God. And it's more of a promise/prayer. And as we know the meaning of this 3-letter word, knowing how large, Brahman, Brahat, the largest of the large, the entire universe rests upon this power called God. The entire universe rests upon God. Who am I to worry about my petty problems? Why can't I just pray about it and think through it? Why do I worry and take away my ability to think? So Pratah Smarami Hridi Sanspurat Atma Tattvam, crystal clear phenomenon happening within me. And every morning I think about that. Every morning I charge myself with prayer. Every morning I sit at my place of worship, my altar in my house. If I don't have one, let me build a small shrine, a small altar that reminds me of the power of God. And even though your altar may be very small for some of you, it does not limit the largeness of Bhagavan. Even if you have just a small picture of one of the deities of Hinduism or Jesus or Allah, and you bow to that reverently and you talk to it like you talk to a person, trust me, miracles can happen from that small act. As I said before, God is waiting for you to go 10% to find peace. Just 10% towards God. An invisible power like oxygen that is larger than the largest thing you can imagine, where the entire universe, my dear brothers and sisters, rests upon that. What problem can God not solve for you? Does this mean that we don't do work? Of course we do. But we do work that is bereft, that is lacking worry. And when you're doing work, when you're thinking about problems and not worrying about them with faith in God, you'll be able to wake up every day and say, thank you, O Lord. Pratas Marami Hridi Samspurat Atma Tattvam. You are that Atma Tattva. You are that intelligence within me that is allowing all of this to be seen in the mind. What problem is there that you, the intelligent Lord, cannot handle? Bhagavan Krishna reminds us, Buddhir Buddhimatam Asmi in Bhagavad Gita. I am the intelligence in all things intelligent. And all intelligent life, including the roof and crown of creation, which is mankind, don't you think that there is a Lord within that is allowing this intelligence to happen? Like anything that is mechanical needs a power source, whether it be a plug or a battery or some sort of thing that allows it to operate. This enlivening factor within all of us that gives us this life, the battery within all of us, is that intelligence known as God, which is within and without, which is in everything you see, which is the base of this world. What problem is there that that Lord within cannot handle? All you have to do is align yourself. And the theme of Avenue to Peace is very simple. Alignment with God within myself, trusting that Lord, knowing that there is an intelligence that is beyond the kith and kin of my thinking. Aligning myself with that, my dear brothers and sisters, will allow me to go forward in peace. Pratah Smarami. Every morning I remind myself, Pratah Smarami Hridi, in my heart, in the base of my mind, Samspurat Atma Tattvam, that there is an intelligence, the enlivening factor, the Adhyatma right within called God, that is allowing all of this to be possible. Pratasmarami hriti samspurad atmatattvam satchit sukham paramahamsagatim turiyam, says the prayer. Satchit sukham. Sat means existence. It allows all things to exist. When you see something in this world, because it's existing and you are existing and I am existing, we are all existing because of that power within you, that light within you, that Atma Tattvam, whether you call it Jesus, Allah, Krishna, Yahweh, Ram, Jehovah, whatever name you choose for that power. You are existing, they are existing, it is existing, your joys are existing, your problems are existing because of God. Sat in Vedanta is a name again, loaded, 3 letters only. Look at the loaded aspect of this word, Sat, existence. Everything that exists is existing because of God. God is the common denominator, or God is the substratum of everything that is seen in this universe. Sat Chit. Chit means consciousness, that living factor within you called God, that intelligence within you allows you to be conscious. Imagine if there was no life in you, you would not even see a world. There's no world to a dead person. But because that God within you enlivens your soul, and within your soul has all of the tools, all of the vasanas, all of the habitual tendencies, your personality, because all of that is enlivened by God, you are able to express in this world. So Chid is that factor within you called consciousness, which is simply awareness, which allows you to see your personality and you transact in the world. But sadly, we're trapped in that individual, which is a creation of the mind. And we forget that we are indeed the essence within, which is the creator called God. So Satchit, consciousness. Sukham. Sukham means Anand, bliss, unlimited happiness. Why is God, or why is that power within you that you truly are, that creates this entire world called Anand? Anand means something that can never end. Therefore, if it can never end, I can never be sad. Ask yourself the question, my dear brothers and sisters, why is it that we are sad in life? You ever ask yourself that question? Sometimes we need to ask ourselves these very basic questions of existence. Why is there sadness in the world? Why is there miserable people? Why is there misery? Why? Because things come to an end. Youth comes to an end one day, and we become sad when we start to get gray and look older. There's great beauty in age, my dear brothers and sisters. In aging, the process of aging, there's great beauty in that. It too is a phenomenon that is happening to the body because of the realm of space and time's effect on the physical 5-element body, earth, water, fire, space, and air. Ages because it's about to, as it ages, sooner or later, it has to join the earth again. So something like youth going into old age can bring misery in one's life. One day we have a job, one day we don't have a job, temporary. One day we have a home, the other day we don't have a home. One day we have electricity, the other day we don't have electricity, temporary. So the reason we're sad in life is not because of anything else, but things are temporary. And if they're temporary, they have a beginning and end. And once something has a beginning and end, even though joy is experienced in that beginning and in the middle, close to the end, what happens? Sorrow follows. This is why we're sad. As a matter of fact, there's no such thing as good and bad in the world. There's only joyful and miserable. Remember that, my dear brothers and sisters. The joyful person can't help but do great things, which is called para upkar, lift up the world. Why? Because they're attached. They know themselves not to be the individual that comes and goes, that ages, but they know themselves to be the witness within that is the Lord, the Adhyatma, the enlivening factor. Once you know yourself to be that ageless Adhyatma, you're ever joyful. Your personality becomes one that looks out for the best interest of the world, understanding that the body and everything attached to it will be left behind one day within 100 years, if we're lucky. So, my dear brothers and sisters, Arun, look at the loaded Arun. This word is another word for God as well. Something that cannot end. And if it cannot end, there can be no sorrow that comes from that. Imagine you have ice cream. In the beginning, you're so happy. Oh, the ice cream is there. You're eating the ice cream now. You're feeling happy. But then you're seeing the ice cream slowly disappearing, and sadness creeps in where happiness was. Because the ice cream ended, sorrow came into the mind. But if you attach yourself not to the changing material objects that come and go, but if you attach yourself to that feeling, the root of that feeling, which is God within, the complete, unending Lord within, the reservoir of all happiness, how can you ever be sad in your life ever again? You can never be miserable, and you can never do any wrong. Because if you think about it, everything that we ever did wrong in life comes from being miserable. So there's no good and bad, okay? When I say wrong, I mean bad. There's no good and bad. There's only joyful and miserable. When we're joyful, we're attached to that infinite bliss. And when we're miserable, we're attached to the changing world. Attach yourself to that joy within, my dear brothers and sisters, that can only be felt within you. And you'll begin to manifest that completion, that joy, that happiness, no matter what the external situation. God bless all of you, my dear brothers and sisters, and I hope that you'll pay heed to this very elaborate, very deep definition of God. Because when we finally begin to understand that God is not in a cloud sitting there ready to damn us or sin us, but God is within us waiting to be discovered, when we can understand this, we will never again attach to the impermanent world, but we will attach to the permanent Lord within, therefore enjoying the world with a peaceful mind. Thank you once again to Roshan Ji and to all of you, my dear brothers and sisters, who have made this program possible. And from wherever you're listening from in the world today, on this beautiful day, February 19th, 2021, God bless all of you, and may this day be a change in your life. This is your friend and brother, Acharya Arun Gossai, signing off for now. Please stay safe, please stay well, and continue to join us. Spread the word, because the world needs peace. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Guru Bhyo Namah. Harihi Om.
गणेशाय नमः। ॐ सरस्वतये नमो नमः। श्री गुरुचरण कमलेभ्यो नमो नमः। कैलाशपतये नमो नमः। सर्वमंगलमांगल्ये शिवे सर्वार्थसाधिके शरण्ये त्र्यंबके गौरी नारायणी नमोस्तुते। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुर्साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः। ॐ पृथ्वी त्वया धृता लोका देवी त्वं विष्णुना धृता त्वं क्षदार्य मां देवी पवित्रं कुरु च आसनम्। ॐ आधार शक्ति कमलासनाय भ्यो नमो नमः। O adorable Lord of mercy and love, salutations and prostrations unto Thee. Thou art omnipresent, omnipotent and omniscient. Thou art Sat, Chit, Ananda. Thou art the indweller of all beings. Grant us an understanding heart, equal vision, balanced mind, faith, devotion and wisdom. Grant us inner spiritual strength to resist temptations and to control the mind. Free us from egoism, lust, greed, anger and hatred, and fill our hearts with divine virtues. Let us behold Thee in all these names and forms. Let us ever remember Thee. Let us ever sing Thy glories. Let Thy name be ever on our lips, and let us abide in Thee forever and ever. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om. Salutations to Saraswati Mata. Ya Kundendra Dutushar Har Dhavala Ya Shubhra Vastravrita Ya Veena Vardaldamaldritkara Ya Shveta Padmasana Ya Brahma Chut Shankar Pravitve Deve Sada Vandita Samam Patu Saraswati Bhagavati Nishesh Javya Veena Dhare Vipul Mangal Dan Shile भक्तार्तिनाशिनि विरञ्चि हरीश वन्दे कीर्ति प्रदे अखिल मनोरथ दे महारे विद्या प्रदायिनी सरस्वती नौमि नित्यम्। जय 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 माता सरस्वती जय शुभदायिनी वरदायिनी। जय 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 माता सरस्वती जय शुभदायिनी वरदायिनी। हंसवाहिनी पद्मासन माता हंसवाहिनी पद्मासन माता वीणा पुस्तक धारिणी जय शुभदायिनी वरदायिनी। जय 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 माता सरस्वती जय शुभदायिनी वरदायिनी। जगत के पालन करनी सकल जगत के पालन करनी विद्या बुद्धि दायिनी जय शुभदायिनी वरदायिनी। जय शुभदायिनी वरदायिनी। ब्रह्मा विष्णु महेश शेष सब ब्रह्मा विष्णु महेश तेरे ही गुणगान करे। ब्रह्मा विष्णु महेश तेरे ही गुणगान करे। हम सबका कल्याण करूं माँ हम सबका कल्याण करूं माँ विद्या बुद्धि दायिनी जय शुभदायिनी वरदायिनी। जय 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 माता सरस्वती जय शुभदायिनी वरदायिनी। जय शुभदायिनी वरदायिनी। जय शुभदायिनी वरदायिनी। Salutations now to Ganapati Bhagwan. Gajananam bhutaganaadisevitam कपित्तजम्बो फलसारभक्षणम् उमासुतं शोकविनाशकारकम् नमामि विघ्नेश्वर पादपङ्कजम्। लम्बोदर नमस्तुभ्यम् सततं मोदक प्रिये निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देवा सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश देवा, माता जानकी पार्वती पिता महादेवा। जय गणेश देवा। जानकी पार्वती पिता महादेवा। जय गणेश देवा। लधुवन का भोग लगे संत करे सेवा, संत करे सेवा। लगे संत करे सेवा। जय गणेश देवा। जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश देवा, माता जानकी पार्वती पिता महादेवा। जय गणेश देवा। दंत दयावंत चार भुजाधारी, माथे पे सिंदूर सोहे मूस की सवारी। दुखियों के दुख हरत परमानंद देवा। जय गणेश देवा। जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश देवा, माता जानकी पार्वती पिता महादेवा। जय गणेश देवा। जो तेरा ध्यान करे ज्ञान मिले उसको, छोड़ तुझे और भला जाऊं मैं किसको। हे देवा कृपा करो कष्ट हरो मेरा। जय गणेश देवा। जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश देवा, माता जानकी पार्वती पिता महादेवा। जय गणेश देवा। लधुवन का भोग लगे संत करे सेवा, संत करे सेवा। लधुवन का भोग लगे संत करे सेवा। जय गणेश देवा। जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश देवा, माता जानकी पार्वती पिता महादेवा। जय गणेश देवा। 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 Adorations now to Mahalakshmi Ma. लक्ष्मी करोतु कल्याणम्, आरोग्यं सुख संप्रदा। मम शत्रु विनाशाय दीप ज्योतिर्नमोस्तुते। नमस्ते गरुडारूढे कोलासुर भयंकरी, सर्व पाप हरे देवी महालक्ष्मी नमोस्तुते। सिद्धि बुद्धि प्रदे देवी मुक्ति मुक्ति प्रदायिनी मंत्रमूर्ति सदा देवी महालक्ष्मी नमोस्तुते महालक्ष्मी नमोस्तुते जय लक्ष्मी माता मैया जय लक्ष्मी माता जय लक्ष्मी माता मैया जय लक्ष्मी माता तुमको निश दिन सेवक तुमको निश दिन सेवक हर विष्णु धाता ओम जय लक्ष्मी माता जय लक्ष्मी माता मैया जय लक्ष्मी माता तुमको निश दिन सेवक तुमको निश दिन सेवक हर विष्णु धाता ओम जय लक्ष्मी माता दुर्गा रूप निरंजन सुख संपत्ति दाता जो कोई तुमको ध्यावत जो कोई तुमको ध्यावत रिद्धि सिद्ध पाता ओम जय लक्ष्मी माता जय लक्ष्मी माता मैया जय लक्ष्मी माता तुमको निश दिन सेवक तुमको निश दिन सेवक हर विष्णु धाता ओम जय लक्ष्मी माता ओम जय लक्ष्मी माता ओम जय लक्ष्मी माता Salutations to Bhagavan Shankar, Lord Shiva. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya.
Abby Tunes Radio, Abby Tunes Radio, North, South, East and West, Abby Tunes are the best. You're listening to my favorite radio station, Abby Tunes Radio.
Goram Karunavatar